Fist.
What?
Gather round, folks, it's time for the scoop. Tune your ears in, let's join the loop.
Well,
Tune 'em
all
in.
right. So a couple of years ago, Robert Kirkman made this epic crossover comic book that spun out of a comic book he created called Void Rivals. And that comic book joined forces with two 80s franchises. I'm talking about Transformers and G.I. Joe. And now Hasbro has greenlit a television series. So now Kirkman is shopping around an R-rated adult-themed Transformers G.I. Joe cartoon show. How do you feel about something like this, Dennis?
Awesome. No, I was going to say, I feel like this one goes back a ways, like I would say almost 20 years, because I remember getting back when Wizard was still a print magazine. I remember there was a Wizard special poster release, and one of the pull-out posters was the G.I. Joe Transformers crossover. And I'd never read the comic, but I just thought the artwork was so badass in the combination of the two franchises. So I think it was right for the big screen. I was kind of hoping in the heyday of the G.I. Joe films, we were going to build up to that. But
with Rise of the Beast, I think that was the last kind of quasi reboot of Transformers. They ended it with our main human character being interviewed by the G.I. Joe team. So it's like the movie was set up. So I don't know if we're going to get that movie eventually, or if we're just going to now get a cartoon.
Right.
But I feel like, honestly, we're in safer hands with Kirkman opposed to just some random screenwriters. Because I feel like he probably understands the two franchises and has a passion for it, opposed to being a gun for hire. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think either way, whether they go for a live action big spectacle or an animated version, which to be honest, I might be a tiny bit more excited for.
Right.
They can really go for the gusto with that format. So especially if, I kind of like the style where it's almost a touch of like a Western anime sort of style. That would be sick. So
right.
Yeah, I'd watch either.
Yeah, I'd watch both, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But yeah. Now we're going to go backwards from that. We're talking about taking a comic book and making a movie or a TV series. But this next story involves a book that became a movie that's going to become a show. So a few episodes ago, probably like 15 episodes ago, we talked about the fact that Crazy Rich Asians was getting a TV series, but we weren't sure if the main cast was coming back or if it was going to be a whole reboot. Well, of course, John M. Chu is promoting Wicked for Good because that's coming out soon. And he has reiterated the fact that this show is happening. And once they pull the trigger, the cast will come back. And they're not following the plot of the books because the end of the first movie kind of changed things a bit. But essentially, they want to get the essence of the books in there. So I don't know. How do you feel about something like that?
That was a great film. It was very enjoyable. It was a lot of fun. Why not? Especially if you're bringing back all the elements that were so entertaining about the film that so many people enjoyed, then why shouldn't a show be just as much fun? Especially when you get to draw those moments out, you get more of those big spectacle moments, the musical,
and you can live opposed to just a quick scene. It could be a whole episode of something crazy.
Oh yeah,
or rich, or Asian.
I want 2 full episodes on the Bachelor fucking barge ship.
That crazy boat that has fireworks and strippers and a dance club. It's like, okay, sure. I want to rewatch that movie now.
Right?
Man. That movie was wild.
It's been a while. It's worth a rewatch, I think. Yeah.
Right?
For sure.
I'm surprised we never got the sequel, but
Hey,
speaking of
here we go.
Getting a sequel, back about a year ago, Jeremy Renner said Disney was trying to lowball him and not give him the proper amount of pay, which he got for season 1 of Hawkeye when they offered him Hawkeye season 2. So he turned it down. But now it looks like they're willing to play ball and he's excited to come back and do another season of Hawkeye.
Or did he accept a lower offer because Disney was like, all right, fuck you then.
Right? Yeah, you're probably right there.
Let's be honest.
That's
looking
probably what
he's looking
happened.
for some work.
I mean, but he has the Mayor of Kingstown. People like that show. I've never seen
Sure,
it, but
sure. But do you want to make Mayor of Kingstown money, or do you want to make Hawkeye money?
yeah, it's true.
That's where the action figures come from. That's where you get all the other stuff. That's what buys him the guitars and the house in Hollywood Hills. So
That's very true. Now, my question is, do you think that this might be a jumping point to maybe leading into the new Avengers or not the new Avengers, the Young Avengers or possibly the West Coast Avengers, and like maybe he'll be a mentor to the young kids?
I don't know.
Or do you think it's just
it all just seems so all over the place until things start to really like happen,
solidify? Yeah.
It's really hard to speculate because any of those options honestly could still be entertaining. I wouldn't turn down any of those, but
Sure.
as to where all of these pieces are going to fall, I don't know. This is she's wonderful at playing
she was fantastic
as the new Hawkeye. I'm all for that. In fact, I would like that to happen almost faster because he's Jeremy Renner's fine.
Yeah,
but
he's just kind of middle of the road. He's not
like the greatest Avenger either,
I mean, if he was the Ronin, like we got that brief scene
that was
in
sick.
Endgame or Infinity War, that'd be badass. But I don't think Disney will ever do that. No, you haven't checked out Zombies yet, right?
Not yet.
Marvel Zombies?
Not yet.
Now, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't really looking forward to seeing the Young Avengers, but a big part of the plot is Camilla Khan, Yelena, and I forgot Haley Seinfeld's character. They're kind of doing their own thing. I'm like, oh, they kind of jive pretty well together. I'd love to see them, and then put in Maximo or whoever Wanda's kids are. It could be fun.
Yeah. No, exactly. And like you said, if that's what like Young Avengers ends up being, that would be cool. Because West Coast Avengers needs a few more pieces, but we're not that far away from it, really.
And that's what I'm wondering. Like, or is this like Disney and Marvel want to just, since we know they're wiping the slate clean after we're gonna do not Battle World, the fucking
that would be awesome.
What the fuck is the I'm blanking on the next fucking Secret Wars, yeah. So we know they're wiping the slate clean. We know that Spider-Man's going back to being kind of just dealing with street stuff in New York. So do you think maybe since we're getting the X-Men, they might be focusing more on mutants and maybe having this whole sector of like street level heroes maybe for the next not generation of the MCU, maybe the reboot, the refresh of the MCU? Oh boy. Did I lose you? Oh, all right. So I just lost Dennis. After we were just talking about hopefully not losing one another, it happened. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm intrigued to see where they go with this because you can go in so many directions. And like Dennis was saying, Hawkeye is not really that special a character. Now, I was intrigued when we found out Hawkeye has a wife and kids. Like, I don't know. We got a WandaVision show. Why not have Hawkeye as a dad? Just watch him like in his family on the farm. Maybe he's going to like save them. I don't know. But it's like, it's so weird because I figure if we're wiping the slate clean after Secret Wars, why are we bringing Hawkeye back? Or I guess it makes sense. He's probably a cheaper character to keep around. I don't know, give or take. I'm just kind of buying time now, hoping Dennis comes back because I got nothing on I'm just spinning the wheels here. But let's see here. We got a comment. Jordan, your life should get a sequel. I know Dennis speaks highly of you, and yeah, I'm with you on that one. Have you checked out Hawkeye? How do you feel about the show, Jordan? Since I think you're the viewer. If you're not, sorry, whoever the viewer is, let me know in the comments if you like Hawkeye, the series, or do you think he's kind of a worthless superhero character who doesn't deserve another season? God damn it. This is already off to a great start having no Dennis here. This is like, so weird. But you know what? I'm going to continue on. And Dennis, when you get back in here, I know you're probably spinning your wheels trying to figure things out on your end. I'm just going to keep going on with the news segment here, folks. I'm sorry. I don't want to just waste everyone's time. Dennis, when he's back, we'll jump back into it with him. Honestly, okay. All right. I get it. Jordan says he hasn't watched much of the Marvel TV series. You're not missing very much. There's a few decent ones, but overall, nowhere near as good as the movies. All right, let's get back into the news here. So, as we know, Stranger Things Season 5 is going to be the end of the series, and they're doing it in 3 different batches. We're getting the first couple on Thanksgiving, the second batch will be on Christmas, and then the last batch is going to be on New Year's. But Netflix is doing something different with that final series finale. They are now going to be essentially screening it in over 350 cinemas in the US and Canada starting on December 31st at 5 p.m., which is the exact time that it's going to launch on Netflix. So if you are a big fan of Stranger Things, you can actually get in there and kind of see it in all its glory. And I'm pretty sure that this episode is going to run about 2 hours long at least. How you doing, Dennis? Welcome back. Oh, I got no audio there, Dennis. So I'm just gonna keep going until you jump in. I know you'll get it figured out. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued. I don't know if I want to go and see this on the big screen because I do love the show, and I know that each episode is apparently gonna be like its own little miniature movie. And I guess we're never gonna get any more Stranger Things in this iteration. They have said, yeah, we're gonna do an animated spinoff of this and that. So maybe it might be nice seeing it on the big screen. I don't know. All right, up next, it seems like New Line Cinema. Dennis, you're back. Welcome, sir.
Hey, there we go. All right.
All right. That's more like it, sir. Yeah, all right. So I don't know if you heard that. Any takes on Stranger Things playing in the theater for its finale?
I mean, that's a cool idea, but let's make it an actual movie then. Don't just give me a long episode in the theater, which I like. It's kind of redundant though because it's such a cinematic series.
Yeah,
and the show is so it lends itself to that. But I don't know. But that would be a cool experience.
Yeah,
I'm kind of undecided. It comes down to this: would I pay money? Which is okay.
How much will it cost? Am I spending $16 to see Stranger Things, or do I want to go and see Avatar? I guess.
I'm
just saying that's the big Christmas release.
But I
know you and I don't give a fuck about Avatar, but the audience might.
Yes. You know what? Yeah, it would be fine. Like if it wasn't that big a deal, because my issue at that point then will eventually become, it's really. Oh shit! Oh, that sucks, Jordy. I'm sorry, man. I'll still keep twiddling around with it, but
is he talking about your audio?
Yeah, sounds like the mic.
Yeah, I didn't want to call it out because I know
his voice.
I'm just happy we're getting the audio and the video.
I think it's my webcam mic.
Fair enough.
I switched it to get it to work. So I'm going to try to. So if you can bear with us, I apologize, folks. But it comes down to the experience of watching the series that we've all come to know and love. Do I want to be interrupted by 60 other people or 100 other people with the same shit we complain about all the time when it comes to going to the movies? That's
and the audience for this are younger audience members who are adept and think it's fine talking and being on their phone.
Yeah. And that's the part that scares me the most.
That's very true. Yeah, especially since it's going to be Christmas or winter vacation. They need to get out of the house. And this is their opportunity. Maybe you're onto something here. So, and also they're only playing this for one day. After the first, it's going to be out of the theaters. Unless it makes money, then I bet they'll be like, all right, yeah, we'll play ball. We'll do it for a little longer. But I don't know. Also interesting to talk about Netflix and being on the big screen. I know that they recently came to an agreement with AMC theaters to show their movies on the big screen because they've had issues in the past. AMC and them didn't want to work together. And I know they played Glass Onion at AMC theaters, but now it's like, now they're willing to do more. Like I know this weekend they're playing K-pop Demon Hunters because that's one of the biggest Netflix movies ever. And when it played in the cinema a couple of weeks ago, it came in #1 for just 2 days worth of playing on the big screen, and it made crazy money. So AMC's probably realizing let's stay in business. Sorry, I was spinning the wheels as you were.
Oh no,
your
you're
mic.
fine.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. When I was recently waiting in line to go enter into the Tudum Theater in Hollywood.
Oh, you actually? Oh, I want to hear more about that when we get to that review.
They were in the lobby of one of the buildings. I could see through the window. They were playing the trailer for K-pop Demon Hunter still. I'm like, why are you guys still? But so it makes sense. They're reminding you. Oh, by the way, it's still you can go see it in theaters now. There's a couple other trailers I could see again without audio, but I was just very intrigued by a couple other titles coming down the pipeline here. But
right.
I don't know. It kind of makes sense. You gotta, I think, having a stronger connection to the theatrical release schedule of things is going to lend themselves to not only the awards that they're hoping for, but that sort of even more mainstream acceptance. We're not just a streamer; we are a movie studio.
It's funny you're saying that because our final story we're going to be talking about, I'm gonna want to come back to this conversation because that plays into that story. So perfect. Please keep that in mind. Yes. Yeah. This next one I'm not really excited about, but I want to see what you think about this. It sounds like New Line Cinema wants to reboot their 2009 rom-com. He's Just Not That Into You. Apparently right now they're taking pitches from new writers. Why do we need this? Like,
I have no fucking idea. Who's rewatching this? Is is there a niche of just like parents that are just like introducing this to their kids? That are like it's kind of they're seeing the spike in viewership and like, oh, we better fucking milk this fucking cow.
It's funny you say that though. I like a year or two ago I mentioned to Sarah, I'm like, I haven't seen that movie since it came out on DVD, and I think we rewatched it. I'm like, oh, it's better than I recall, but nothing is like, oh, this needs to be updated 20 years later.
Right? Yeah. And
then it's all right, what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do like, is the spin gonna be maybe it's gonna be a queer version? Maybe it's gonna be a teenage version. Like, I wonder if they're going to find a new interesting way to do it. So it's not just
Years version where they're all.
I will watch the fuck out of that.
Would be, especially that would be your favorite version.
That's that. Oh, and if we get some old people fucking, I'm there for that, man. Is there any universe where you think you would actually go and see a reboot of this movie on the big screen? I know I will because I see everything, but I have a hankering. You're probably not jumping at the opportunity.
I feel like I would watch it. Why not?
Okay, fair enough.
Rom-com.
All right.
I would say I was made to watch a bunch, but let's be honest, I like a lot of them too.
I love rom-coms. Like, they don't make them anymore, but when they hit hard.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
It's weird your audio just went back to that other audio again, but
it's
I think we're gonna live in that world for this episode.
I think this is how we're rolling because it kept switching. So instead of fighting the switch, I'm just gonna try to.
Yep. Let's just go with it. And that's ironic that you're having issues with machines, Dennis, because Netflix has announced they're making Netflix and Sony is making a sequel to The Mitchells vs. the Machines, which was one of my top favorite movies of 2021. How do you feel about this one?
Unfortunately that was one I did not get to. Yeah. I remember loving your review. It's one I very much I would like to watch.
I think you would dig this one, man. It's fucking awesome.
I mean, it's still in the catalog, right? So I'll definitely hit it. In fact, I think we got a screener for when they
probably.
So yeah, we have a physical copy. I wonder how rare that is.
Not many people have that, yeah. Especially Netflix. They don't tend to do that. All right, so I guess we can move on from this story. On episode 225, we were talking about the fact that F1 director, I forget his name, is directing a new
I will
reboot.
Be seeing Wednesday night.
Oh, okay, interesting. There we go. Yeah. I think you'll like it.
Yeah,
I think you'll enjoy it.
Know. I'm sure I will. I'm so fucking excited for it.
Nice.
But sorry.
So we mentioned on the last episode that he is doing his next movie will be a reboot of Miami Vice. And we were talking about the fact that there was rumors that Michael B. Jordan and Miles Teller were going to reunite and do this. But now we have a new front runner. Michael B. Jordan is in talks right now, so that part is true.
Good.
But now it seems like Austin Butler is coming here to take over that role that Miles Teller might have been in. How do you feel about that? I feel like I like Miles Teller a little more, but Austin Butler is more of a draw, I think, for modern audiences.
At least, I thought you were going to say, what's his name? That's in Running Man.
Oh, Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. If you would have said Glenn Powell, I'd have just been like, oh man, you're just kind of like, not that he's bad, but it just feels like you're just trying to buy into this like craze over him. And I'm just, which
I like him, but I don't buy him as a badass Miami fucking detective, vice member.
I don't know. I can kind of see. I can see either of them, but I just don't want to see a Miami Vice detective that sounds like fucking Elvis Presley. Just knock it off, man. Just it's fine. The movie.
He's got a regular voice again, man. I saw him in that that movie Caught Stealing a few months ago, and he's back to speaking in his regular dialect. But we were also. Sorry.
I was gonna say I really liked him in that the Apple series where. The World War II pilot.
Oh,
series.
Yeah.
That was
I want to say Fly Boys, but I don't think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. But we were also wondering what this would be. If it was going to be a period piece, if it was going to be modern day, what the spin was. But now,
have they said what it is?
Sounds like it's going to be an 80s period piece movie. Yeah. And even more so, apparently they're going to be adapting the pilot episode into a feature.
Oh,
and I'm intrigued because normally pilot episodes suck.
But this is also from the era of television when a lot of pilot episodes of series were TV movies. That's very true. A long history of series starting off in a TV movie and then
pilots,
and then sprinkling those in like sometime or the show gets canceled, but then you get like 5 or 6 TV movies afterwards. I kind of miss that era of. Fuck it, we're gonna throw some budget at something and we're really gonna fill it out. Like one of my favorite like, old school shows that I just
it's so much your favorite.
I drew on the title. Total blank of the name. I was so excited.
I was gonna say Airwolf or fucking
no. It's about MASH. The LA paramedics attached to a fire station. I loved watching with my family, and now I can't. Such a great lead-in.
You're really selling me and the audience on this show. We just lost the view because they're I gotta go check this show out. I'm not gonna watch your podcast. I want to see the ambulance people. I know you'll come up with the title of it.
But that show too started off with it was a TV movie that did an excellent job of setting up the whole background of it's established that Los Angeles being one of the first firehouses to have paramedics attached to the firehouse and setting up the whole like we need to make this a regular thing. They need to be trained to save lives too. And it was such a good it was like such a good introduction because then after that you get the rest of the series. We don't need to waste time setting everything up. And there's a time.
That's what they do over there at Emergency, Dennis.
Oh my God. Thank you.
Yeah, a little thing called Google, buddy.
Yeah,
I love it.
I didn't want to be down here.
No, you don't want to take the time. That's why I'm like, he's talking. I'll Google it.
Wambulance.
I've never heard of that show, but
it's great. It's thrilling. It's comedic. They had actual like cool in-camera stunts and things where the actual stars were doing crazy shit. The location they used for Nakatomi Plaza in Die Hard. There's an episode where someone's dangling off the side of it. They fucking throw the cast up on a crane and like actually hang them off the side of the building. It's great.
Them's were the days.
Oh yeah, that they were, man. That they were. Emergency. Yeah, it's a great show. Highly recommended.
Fair enough.
Peak.
You can find
Universal.
that on YouTube probably, or Tubi, or
Peacock right now. Actually,
Peacock. Okay, all right, that makes sense. Universal. Yeah. Fair enough. So. Nice. Well, a blast from the past, Dennis. Gloria Estefan is getting, I said that Estefan weird. She's getting a biopic, and apparently it's going to star Snow White's Rachel Ziegler.
Okay.
I like her. I feel like she got a bad deal because she talked shit about Disney, and she stood her ground, and people were like, fuck her, man. But I'm like, she's got a great voice. She's always delightful in everything I've seen her, and so why not give her this shot?
Yeah, no, that'd be great. No, hell yeah, let's do it. I like music biopics, anyways. You know, like they're always interesting stories to be told. I feel like even the mediocre ones are still entertaining, in my opinion.
Fair enough. I'm not gonna lie, I just saw that Springsteen one. Not for me.
Oh,
but I'm not a Springsteen fan, and it's about a very specific period in time in his career.
Right,
so
a very narrow, like exactly when that specific album was getting recorded and released. So I could see that.
But there were great performances.
Jeremy Allen White looks like he's gonna do a good job. So
my only issue with him in this role, he comes and goes doing this like Jersey style accent. And then he goes back to doing his regular, and it's like, did they start with that accent and then, let's course correct, and then like they shot different scenes? Right, I don't know. Right. Why not do a little ADR, in my opinion? But
shoot, that's annoying.
Matter, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, fantastic performance there. So nice. I shouldn't talk shit. All right, up next, Judd Apatow has really found his niche in giving comedians a shot at telling their stories. Like we got Amy Schumer doing Trainwreck, we got Pete Davidson doing The King of Staten Island, and now he's taking Nikki Glaser and developing a movie with her. I don't know. I like her. I feel like she could have a good movie.
I remember listening to her stand-up specials on like Amazon Music. There's those channels well before she was hosting all these reality shows.
Yeah, she's blown up since then.
She's got the personality for it, and she's funny. So
she doesn't hold back.
No, exactly. That's what I like about her. Awesome.
And I feel like this is what Apatow should be doing. Like, I feel like when he's done his original movies, like when he did The Bubble, that like COVID movie, it was a shit show. Had fantastic cast, but terrible. But when he's focusing on a specific person and that person has a story they want to tell, that's when I feel like he shines. So
wasn't hopefully that's the case his too.
Happy People. What is that? A series?
No.
Funny People.
Adam
Sandler, Seth Rogen. Yes, exactly. That was kind of the start of the decline of Apatow directing.
It was like too distracted. It was like we have all of these pieces moving, and I'm like, I don't like any of them.
Yep. You had the plot of the TV series and of Seth Rogen wanting to act and then being the assistant, and his affair with Leslie Mann, and it's like, come on, man. You crushed. You could have crushed it. Sandler and Rogen together should have been a slam dunk.
Exactly. Which makes me wonder the fact that we've never seen them in anything together again. Did they not really mesh well together on set?
I mean, those are two guys that work nonstop with the same people, so maybe that might be the case. They both have. I
need to be the focus, even if you don't come out and say it. Is it something that just starts building up in their psyche? So like they start undercutting each other's performances, or shorting each other. So I'm still the
right. One's trying to be funnier than the other, and it's just taking focus away and ruining the movie.
Yeah. It wouldn't surprise me.
I hope that's not the case.
Not to start a rumor or anything, but you heard it here first, folks. So.
All right, moving on here, Dennis. Leonardo DiCaprio is producing a Bela Lugosi biopic, but what really intrigues me is the fact that the duo who wrote Tim Burton's Ed Wood, which had Lugosi as a character, are writing this biopic. So I don't know, how do you feel about that?
That's I think kind of wonderful, to be honest, because I like when the fandom rises to a certain level and they then get to make that decision of like, no, we're going to do this.
Right.
I'm very, actually, that just sounds fucking awesome. Because there's going to be so many people that will come out and like, whether they just want to lend a hand in some capacity or another, not to keep tipping the hat to reviews later, but Guillermo del Toro, that is one of his absolute favorite actors of all time.
I mean, the man essentially gave us Dracula. I mean, we had Nosferatu and stuff, but he brought it to the forefront in a big way.
Exactly. The way Bela Lugosi portrayed Dracula is the way we all think of Dracula. There's, like you said, Nosferatu was the original one, right? No one thinks of Dracula as a monster like that.
No,
they think
no,
of
you
this,
think of
like,
him
devilish, well-kept, aristocratic almost presence that he has, putting on airs, but still, still creepy, terrifying, really at the same time.
Mhm.
I like the. I don't know. That's going to be a cool journey to go on.
Now,
So if anyone's
there's
going to
no
pay them
word
respect,
on
it'll be someone like that.
no word on casting, but
casting,
could
yeah.
you see DiCaprio playing Bela Lugosi? I don't know.
No, I think it would have to be. I mean, sorry, DiCaprio, but as your taste knows, it would probably have to be someone a little younger than you.
Yeah.
A lot, but not much. But like, and it's also
who
just
would you
the
want to see
presence.
play Lugosi? Who could you see? Like
That's
a modern day star.
That is a good question.
Like I'm trying to pull up his picture now to be like,
what's
looking at his young picture, kind of give me a little Adam Driver vibe.
Oh my God, Adam Driver. Okay, it's way all right. Yeah, I like that a lot. My first thought.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
My first thought was like I could see them trying to jam Timothy Chalamet into this.
Yeah, he's the guy.
No, but Adam Driver, he would fucking go for it. That would be awesome. That's the version
I'm looking at like a middle-aged version of Lugosi, and if they went with that period in time, I'm seeing Goldblum right now, man, in this one picture I'm looking at.
Ooh.
Which is weird because I don't think Goldblum and Driver look like.
Yes, I would, but see now what I have to say about that is yes.
He's one of a kind.
Sorry, folks, I've subjected you to my best impromptu Goldblum. That would be awesome too. I could see, but or should we jump through time and see?
Oh yeah, give different actors a chance.
That would be sick.
I like that.
So that way multiple people get to pay homage to him. And maybe like that could be a movie. I would love to see, like, maybe have multiple directors direct different parts of it.
Didn't they do a movie, a biopic for who the fuck was it?
Oh,
where they had multiple actors
Bob
doing
Dylan.
that, and like Keira Knightley played.
Different one. I know they did there was a Bob Dylan movie where like 4 different people played Bob Dylan.
Maybe that's
and
what I'm
one
thinking,
of them was, they were all over the place with because it was just all wildly different cast. But as far as like having multiple people play the same character in the same movie, definitely has been done before. But
I'm not gonna lie, I'm trying to. I'm looking at old Lugosi now, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Liam Neeson, no. Well, actually, now I say that I'm kind of sold on that.
Is my shit.
All right, sorry, we just lost viewers right there because they're on a tangent nobody cares about. So we'll move on to something else here. Also spooky, Dennis. Bette Midler has announced that she has read a script for Hocus Pocus 3, and they're just hoping that they can get the cast together and the budget to make it. But after she announced that, original star Thora Birch announced that she'd like to come back and reprise her role of Danny from the original movie.
Sure.
I'm just like, I'm of two minds here. I'm like, I worked on Hocus Pocus 2, but that movie fucking sucked.
I was going to say the movie sucked. Yeah.
I read a version of the script where Danny was a character. She was the principal of the school, and it sounded like Thora Birch didn't want to come back for that. So it's like, okay. And C, I'm like, if they came back and shot that in Rhode Island, I'm pretty decently good friends with the associate producer from that film. So I'm like, I want them to do it so then I can get back to work. I don't know. But how do you feel about having the Sanderson sisters come back? Would we follow the original, or do we want the original kids, or just leave it alone?
2 is too many. I'm not even a big fan of the first one. My wife loves it.
I get that.
She loves Hocus Pocus. It just I never had the affinity toward it when I was a kid.
Yeah.
In fact, it has some wildly adult themes in it for a kid's movie.
Oh, it does. I'm thinking about fucking,
The The second one, I remember watching it. Like we watched the first one again and then watched the second one. I was just like, wow, this is so like. I feel
It
like
felt
you're
like a made-for-TV
me.
movie.
Yes, it's a Disney
It
Channel
felt
movie
forced.
with a bigger budget, like
Mm-hmm.
a slight, like not even a big budget, but like a little bit more money.
Yeah.
Maybe even all three casts taking a pay cut just so it could happen.
Yeah. Maybe
you know?
make it look more theatrical. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't think we need it. It's like let the original one live on its own, or reboot it. There you go. Reboot it. Tell a similar story.
You know what?
It's been
Kathy's
long enough.
Busy recording.
Yeah, she's pegging
audio.
it up again.
Okay, I want her back into the recording booth because I need some more King of the Hill because I loved the last season and I want a lot more. So
fair enough. Well, Dennis, speaking of beating a dead horse, do you want more of A Christmas Carol? Because Ty West is making a dark retelling of A Christmas Carol, and it'll start Johnny Depp, Mr. Ed Wood himself.
We've never seen a dark retelling of A Christmas.
Yeah, I mean, Muppets Christmas Carol as dark as it gets, Dennis.
Was it? Then there was that FX miniseries.
Yeah,
one, Guy Pearce.
Did that start Tom Hardy? Guy Pearce. That's
Guy Pearce. Yeah. Tom Hardy would be. That'd be where he's just fist fighting the fucking.
I would watch the fuck out of that version of A Christmas Carol. Fuck you, Ghost.
But
or he'd put on a cool voice, I guess.
But it's the Charlie Bronson.
Oh, that'd be. He's got the mustache and shit.
It's fighting. Oh my god!
But how do you feel about Depp playing Ebenezer Scrooge? I feel like he's not old enough, but he's a good actor.
But he's extreme enough. You know, he would dig down into it, and he's probably living in the character on set. One of those like, don't fucking talk to Ebenezer Scrooge because he's going to talk to you as Ebenezer Scrooge.
That's a good aspect. And he needs a win.
Yeah.
His past couple of movies have gone way under the radar, and nobody even knows they exist really after his whole Amber Heard situation.
Which is too bad because it's like there was all that shit like, oh no, he might be a piece of shit. He might be a piece of shit. No. He got literally shit on. So
yeah.
Turns out he got the shit end of the deal in that one. No, he needs a win. I'm with you. I think he would probably play a great Scrooge. Funny enough, though, I would like to see that on stage.
That'd be a good.
I like this story on stage. I've seen it a couple times, like once as a kid, and once like in high school or something in various capacities. It's a cool. It's fun to see it play out because you give the actors a chance to like do these live moments that you have to react to, and I think if they did a Hamilton style version of it,
that'd
where
be
they filmed it on stage, that would be fucking sick. But not to diminish a big like a big budget sort of like blockbuster version would be cool too, of course. So I think Johnny Depp could do both. So
I'm with you. I'd love to see either version.
I'm all for that. Yeah.
But how do you feel about Ty West doing this? Of course, he did the X trilogy. He did some other like high-profile, smaller indie horror films. Do you think he's the right guy to make this movie?
I think having the horror edge to it is what makes it like that. That's where the dread builds up because you need it to ramp up so much. I remember there was a TV movie version of A Christmas Carol that scared the fuck out of me as a kid, and it was that like. CBS or ABC had one where I forget who the cast was, but when we get to who was it, the second spirit, whatever, when we get to the end of his visit and he opens up his robe and it's the starving children who are all like emaciated and shit.
Patrick Stewart?
Yes, I think that's
99.
it. Yeah. Oh no, I think even earlier than that. There was one.
Well, that's the one I pulled up here. It looks like. Okay. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Maybe that's it. But I just remember it being like it was gnarly. But those are the ones that stick out. You know, of course.
Yeah.
Muppet Christmas Carol is also an absolute gem. But I like the horror edge to this. Is what you should remember when it comes to
this holiday.
You got it. You know, you need to embrace the joy, and you have to be the positive. It's not something that just happens,
True. You got to make it happen. Get that
Yeah.
spark.
And
You gotta blaze the way to the future, Dennis.
that's right.
And that
Blaze
leads us to
it.
our next story here, Dennis.
Oh,
Colin Trevorrow is
I
making a
thought for
live-action
sure.
Jetsons movie over at Warner Brothers, and it will star Jim Carrey. Sorry, I totally cut you off. You had a good joke. I'm sorry.
Oh no! I was totally feeling some fucking Ghost Rider. I thought you were leading us into a Ghost Rider story, but so Jim Carrey is going to be
George Jetson.
Awesome. Okay.
It's like, and Colin Trevorrow doing this, coming off of a couple of weird Jurassic Parks, and didn't he do a Star Wars movie at one point that didn't do so hot, or did that one get canceled?
The Star Wars doesn't ring a bell, but
okay, I think maybe he was going to do one that never happened, but I don't know.
So
I for years have wanted to see a live action Jetsons. In my head, I always pictured Steve Carell. I don't know why, but
Jim Carrey. Oh, or Mr. Spacely. I could see Steve Carell's Mr. Spacely as well.
You know, in my head, Spacely, I always have. I could see that with his yelling, but I always have Danny DeVito as Spacely in my head.
Okay, never mind. You bested the
either one. I'd be happy with. But who would you like to see play Jane and Judy and Elroy?
The kids, I'm not sure. That's a. Although we've been seeing. Wait a minute. Is she too old? Ghostbusters.
McKenna Grace.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I would love that. I just saw the movie she's in right now, and she is fantastic in it. Regretting You.
I can see that.
I could see that too. I was thinking maybe Sabrina Carpenter, but I like McKenna Grace. She has that grace to her. Not a pun. Like she has this
it's not a realistic where I feel like I get what you're saying about Sabrina Carpenter, but it also feels like she's already like playing a character all the time that I don't know what she's like not being that, whereas at least McKenna Grace, we've seen a range that she can do.
Right.
Elroy, I don't know. I just don't know of enough kid actors, and that's the sad thing is there isn't like we used to always have these waves of kid actors coming through like the sitcoms from the other
they just grow up so quick now,
but they don't and they don't make as many live action things anymore. Val's talked to me about that several times of like where it used to be kids wanted to do that. They don't want to do that. They want to be fucking TikTok stars now. So
right, why put that work in when I could just
it's going to be a TikTok kid or something, I bet.
God, I'm like, who's Jane, the little kid? Like, we don't have a Haley Joel Osment. Jane, no. I'm thinking, in my head, I'm like, maybe a Bryce Dallas Howard, maybe Isla Fisher, but I'm like, it doesn't have to be a redhead, but I like both of those. I don't know.
Bryce Dallas Howard would be a lot of fun, though. I would like to see her in front of the camera again. She's done such great work behind the camera, but she also has a lot of talent on screen.
And she's worked with Trevorrow in the Jurassic World franchise, so it's like,
true.
There's a link.
True. And seeing her trying to wrangle George like that'd be funny. Is that too much of an age gap though?
I mean, come on, we had fucking Zooey Deschanel.
I knew exactly what
Yes Man.
That one was also too.
I was thinking about Mayor of Easttown, what's her face in Eternal Sunshine.
Yes. Yeah.
Like, I feel like there was an age gap there too.
Yeah.
But that's what Hollywood does. They always put an older guy with a younger woman, and it makes no sense.
It's never made sense to me, but it's always the more acceptable one. I'm like, the other way around honestly makes more sense to me.
Yeah.
Maybe that's just my own personal taste.
Right. But
yeah.
Who would you pick? I know I threw mine out there for her, but anybody that comes to mind that you think could pull off?
You know what? Just Caitlin Olsen, I think would be fun.
She'd be interesting.
Because she could handle the
the
zaniness of just like, what are you doing? George. That could be fun. I think you had the better choice, but just as an outlier thing, outlier character here. Yeah, I would say Caitlin Olsen. And then
the big question here. Rosie the robot. Who should voice her?
Ooh. Oh, I've just had Will and Grace on the background, but
Oh, Megan Mullally.
yes, you knew exactly who I was
Oh.
going for. Megan
She does
Mullally, I
great-
think, would be
She does
hilarious.
great voice acting work.
Yes,
Oh, and she's got that sass to her too.
she's not afraid to give lip back to the Jetson family when they need it, and wrangle an Astro when he needs.
Man,
Yes.
and then, all right, do we go with the real live dog for Astro, or is it CG? It has to be CG.
Has
I'm
to be
guessing,
CG.
right?
He does too many wacky things. He needs to be CG, but like a hyper realistic one, with the ridiculous collar and the
And do we go for the retro future, or do we go for a modern day future, or do we go for a whole future we've never seen?
You got to have the retro futuristic version of these stilted skyscrapers that are miles above the earth and all that crap. That because I feel like a lot of people don't realize like it's a almost dystopian future. You can't live on the surface of Earth anymore. I remember there was like a TV movie of they went on vacation to go camping or some shit, and it was like going down to the surface of Earth is like the fucking jungle. It's so overgrown and all these wildly irradiated plants and things that it's just not a place people live or something. Correct me if I'm wrong, Toasties, but I feel like I recall it's just you don't really do that, and it's kind of slumming it if that's your vacation. So
yeah,
you'd normally go to another planet or
somewhere
some orbiting resort that's on a satellite platform or something. But he's just a working man.
Yeah,
working for
Spacely Sprockets.
And then what is it? Something is it Cogsworth?
Cogs,
is the competitor?
Cogshell, Cogs, yeah.
Something Let's see. Not the Beauty and the Beast character, but I remember it's a taller guy who's balding with glasses.
Cogswell Cosmic.
Cosmic. Yes.
Wow, what CCC? What a mouthful.
And then I just see what's his name from Law and Order, who was also in the Flintstones movie playing Fred Flintstone's boss, who's essentially the same character.
I just rewatched that movie recently, and I'm. Oh, are you talking about the guy from? No, I'm thinking of someone else. You know who I could see as Cogs? I could see J.K. Simmons.
Oh yes, okay, yeah, that's a good one. Dan Florek is who I was thinking of, but
I don't even know who that is. Dan Florek.
He was he was Fred Flintstone's boss in.
Yeah! Wow. Yeah, I'm now going back and forth looking at the picture of the character and him. That's dead on right there. Yeah. Damn. Is he alive still?
I don't think so. Nope. Died in. Oh no! Yeah, he is. He's 75 years old. But
hey, you know who else I would like to see? Not as distinguished as that guy, but Jonathan Banks.
Excuse me, sir. He's distinguished.
Well, I mean, he doesn't have the exact look that the other guy had.
Still firing bullets, son. That's great. No, that's a good choice too, because he could just be down here the whole time and he's the obnoxious curmudgeon that we're against. Even though we don't like our boss, we really don't like.
Here's the plot of the movie. Elroy from the future has to come back and talk to his family, and Elroy isn't there now, but Jonathan Banks is elderly Elroy. We cast him. You got to come with me if you want to live, Jetson family. But we don't know it's him until the very end. It's like, I'm really your son.
Astro. He's the key to survival.
Oh, boy. All right, we got to move on from this one. I'm happy that you're as excited as I am.
Yes,
because
I am.
Something about the Jetsons, it's like they're so classic.
I loved it as a kid. Flintstones and the Jetsons cartoons.
Hanna-Barbera knocked it out.
They fucking knew what they were making between their sitcom style shows and their superhero, like the hero shows, Space Ghost, Birdman, all of that shit. Fucking awesome. No, those are great.
Yeah. Well, speaking of the future in a galaxy far, far away, Dennis, Adam Driver announced that Steven Soderbergh and him were developing a follow-up to Rise of the Skywalker called The Hunt for Ben Solo, and everyone at Lucasfilm, including Kathleen Kennedy, loved it, but Bob Iger and Alan Bergman at Disney couldn't understand how Ben Solo is still alive and nixed it. How do you feel about that?
Fucking make up a reason. Who goddamn cares?
I mean,
a plane literally
Palpatine was a clone of himself in the last movies.
A plane flew over LA that was just like, that was pleading the case.
Yeah.
Flying the
Fans
banner.
have been outraged about this. Like,
I think that's a brilliant idea. And why not have this be the first case of, like, fucking make it up. We've talked about the theory, that's always been a rumor of bringing life back. What if it was never a Sith power to begin with? What if it was always within the power of the Jedi? We've just never had the right one to do it. I don't know. There's all sorts of ways you could take it. You could have it. Maybe it's the most powerful Force ghost to come back, that he actually almost has a physical presence, where like not just the Jedi can see him, but like anyone can. So although he may not be able to physically interact, he can be seen and heard by anyone. That would still be interesting.
I feel like I'd like to see these two pivot and not do a follow-up, but these two should do a Knights of Ren film and see the dark turn.
You mean
and all
the
that.
Cool, badass looking fucking background characters that
the
we didn't
scenes
ever get
that
to
worked
see again?
perfectly? Yes. Why did we never get that? Yeah. That was the best part of that whole trilogy. It's like, why are we just seeing a clip of this?
What people thought we were going to get in Kenobi and all that stuff, which, not to knock Kenobi, but like, again, it's like
we got a cool Vader fight at least.
It's that Kenobi format. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. And a Liam Neeson's.
And Flea.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. The stupidest foot pursuit chase in all of the series.
Oh, sorry, I cut you off there.
But it's another blatant, like, let's think of something that looks cool so we can sell toys. Yeah. Like in hindsight, I'm like, that's all it feels like now. Or because they were pivoting fucking left and right so hard, they're just like, fuck it, Knights of Ren gone, forget him. Which was such a waste because they were so fucking cool. Same with we again in Kenobi, we get Malik or Merrick, the one who seemed like he was a Knight of Ren that apparently wasn't, was also an Inquisitor. Whatever.
I've kind of written that show off in my head.
I
liked it, but I forgot.
You started having these things that were fucking cool just to never address them again.
Classic doing that. But it's like, and Adam Driver said this was one of the coolest fucking scripts he's ever seen. And it's like, you have an actor of that caliber and a director of that caliber. How do you not want to make this work? Do you not want money, Disney? You're giving a Disney Plus series their own movie. Given a great series, but they kind of floundered in that third season. And this is a character people kind of resonated with. And seeing the redemption after he killed his father and fell in love with Rey. And that could be the thing. It could be Rey's trying to redo the Jedi and maybe he's trying to stop her. I don't know. It's like so many avenues you could have gone down.
It's like you can make it be whatever you want. Take time, fill out the world, make it make sense in the story. I'll go with it. I'll go on that ride. It doesn't matter. Like, it's not like Star Wars is a finite fucking thing. It's an ever expanding, growing thing. Like, it's always been that way. People forget. There's a ton of novels. There's a ton of comics that almost all of these things have drawn their stories from. Those are the original stories in my opinion. Sure. That's where so many, even the other series that we kind of have like,
they kind of pull and take a little bit here and there from that world, but they don't fully commit to calling it canon.
Yeah. Oh God. We need freaking Hondo Tanaka to finally be like a presence in a series. I love that guy. He's such a great space pirate that in the best possible way that I want him to be an actual presence in a movie or a show at some point. Why not lean more into that neck of the woods? I want the other stories too. I want more Night Sisters, not just little slivers of shit. Like
I don't know any of these things you're saying, so I'm just nodding my head.
Yeah. See, there you go. There's all sorts of. I want more Thrawn, like a lot more Thrawn, not that little.
Yeah, didn't they bring him in one of the series?
They brought him back to life, and then now he's just like, all right, he's alive.
I mean, you got to give Disney props. They're giving Maul his own show, his own animated series. So,
and I'm so excited for that. Yeah, try more. Try more of that shit, especially in animation. Don't be afraid to go back in the animation. There's still people who are discovering the Clone Wars for the first time and finding out it's a great fucking show. Same with Bad Batch. So like don't be afraid to go back into the things that kind of helped bring your audience into the new live action world.
But Dennis, that wasn't the only upset that fans got from the world of Star Wars that never came. Because Fincher announced that he was developing a Star Wars movie as well that would take place, I believe, between Rise of the Skywalker and the Last Jedi. I don't know. But Fincher, apparently it came close, but Lucasfilm didn't want to give him a final cut. Like,
I'm sorry. If there's anyone you could probably trust with the final cut of a Star Wars movie, I think Fincher would be just fine handling that. God,
it's like,
I don't know
what is going on. Like,
missed opportunities.
Folks.
I think they think they're sitting on some really hot shit. So it's like, all right, Starfighter better blow my fucking balls off.
Yeah. If that's your main focus,
which I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to it as well.
There's a lot of good things that look like good components. Because what is it? Mia Goth is in it now too.
Yep.
I just heard. Yeah, it's like fuck yeah. Again,
Dr.
we're seeing
in it.
Oh my god. Which I'm kind of hoping he's a villain. I think it's more.
Him and Mia Goth, I believe, are villains. Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah. Oh, come on. Regardless of whether or not they're even like Imperial or not, they're gonna play great villains. So
definitely.
Damn. I'm trying not to get too excited, but I totally am. So.
I mean, it's hard not to. The thought of having another great Star Wars movie again is exciting. It's just unfortunately, it didn't work with the last trilogy. I felt like they started strong and then they fizzled so hard with the second and third because they didn't have a full story they wanted to tell.
Yes. Or they started telling a story and they scrapped so much of it along the way. No, I think they've been reaffirmed in the concept of, I guess we don't have to keep talking about the Skywalkers.
Yes, you're right. Move on. That's cool.
I love
them, but we can always go and watch them in their own trilogies.
That great scene in Mandalorian when Luke boards the ship, fucking great scene, but that's not the whole series, is it? We spent a whole lot of time leading up to that and having a great time up until then. We need more Bill Burr is what we need.
There we go. And he needs the work now that people are against him again. So, we'll see.
What can he do?
Yeah, I'm just. Wasn't he a stormtrooper or was he a bounty hunter?
He was a former Imperial
or janitor.
Yeah, no, he was a former Imperial that left the army and became kind of like a gun for hire when he was double-crossed. Tried double-crossing Din double-crossed him.
See, that's a series in itself. Give Bill Burr his own Star Wars show or film. That would be fantastic.
That redemption episode is one of my favorite episodes of Mandalorian when he has to take the helmet off episode. and they're in that last shot when he fucking takes the rifle and shoots the guild. God damn it. So good.
Maybe he'll come back for Mandalorian and Grogu. Probably not, but
I kind of hope so. It was left open. His character is still he's in they faked his death. They said, "Oh no, he died in an explosion." Oh no. So he's kind of just doing his own thing. They let him walk away instead of sending him back to the prison. So he's out there.
That's kind of them.
All
right, we got one more story here, Dennis. We talked recently about the fact that Paramount wants to buy Warner Brothers, but of course they don't know what they want to do at Warner Brothers because they're really holding out, hoping that in a couple of months they're going to split up the film area section and the TV section. Yeah. But David Ellison is hell-bent on getting this studio. They've made 3 offers thus far. First offer, $19 a share. Second offer, $22 a share. Third offer, $23.50. Yeah, that's not a lot, but it's valued at $58 million, and they were offering 80% of that in cash.
That's insane. I mean, they already shot down Skydance.
Yeah, and that's my issue here. Like, Skydance was their original thing. And just today, they announced that Paramount is now laying off 1,000 people in the U.S., but worldwide, they're laying off 30,000 workers in their whole company. So if they come in and get Warner Brothers, we're fucked. Like,
yeah, exactly. Paramount's the last company I would want to acquire Warner Brothers anyways. They've already done this to so many other like incredible studios, like historical studios. As you and I both know, tons of people have lost work. Like every month that goes by, it just keeps shrinking and shrinking. We need to stop consolidating the studios into smaller and smaller groups. It's bullshit. We're getting. Go see more movies, people. God damn it.
Yeah.
Go see more movies. Quit blaming. Quit saying everything sucks.
Yes, you got to give it a shot and not just say, I'll wait for it to come to home video or would I date myself there? Come to a service streamer. But anyways, you mentioned earlier Netflix, because Netflix is now interested in buying them. Amazon's interested in buying them. Apple's interested in buying them, and YouTube. In a world we know someone's going to be buying it, who would you want out of those possible conglomerates to take over? I mean, honestly, I don't want any of it, but someone's going to do it.
Exactly. It's honestly none of them. But if it had to be one, probably Netflix, because they don't have the hyper aggressive corporate structure that's nearly as invasive as Amazon has had some great stuff, and they're clearly on an uptick of their serial stories.
Oh yeah.
I can't think of a whole lot of Amazon movies that I'm like, oh,
see, it's funny you say that. I just shot last night. I shot a trailer reaction for one of their series, and I'm like, I was like, you know what? Their series are really good, and they get great actors, but their films, they get great actors, but the scripts are terrible.
Yeah, Without Remorse, I remember really enjoying the movie, but it left me wanting so much more, and they've left this huge long gap after that came out. And that's the last one I could think of that I enjoyed watching from them. I love the Jack Ryan universe, all the Tom Clancy stuff, but it's not enough. But Netflix, I feel like they at least give things a chance, even if sometimes they pull the plug too soon.
True. But the thing that scares me is Netflix. They've already said they don't really want to do theatrical films because they know people want to stream. So it's like, do you think now they're realizing, like you said earlier with K-pop Demon Hunter, there's a big market that we're leaving open. People will watch it on a service and they'll see it. Yes. Yep.
They need to. I think because it's like their films have trended more that direction of they have some grand things. They have things that probably would have done a lot better if they were on a bigger screen. And here's looking at you, Ryan Reynolds, crappy movie. There
was a couple on Netflix. Six Underground.
Yeah,
I don't think that's the one we're talking about. The Adam Project, terrible one.
Oh God. But there's another stuff that also probably would have benefited from being on the big screen. Was it Triple Frontier?
Extraction.
Extraction 2. Those would have looked fucking great on the big screen.
The Old Guard I didn't love, but that feels like it should be on the big screen.
I get what you mean, though. Yeah, that probably would have helped. There would have been a whole other audience who's just seeing it on that scale. Yeah, it's. I think it would. I would see more of those movies just because it's on streaming at home. Doesn't mean I would still go pay money to see it in the theater because I want to see a spectacle. I want the show. That I miss that feeling, and every once in a while it happens. And luckily, we get to talk about one of those later. So,
all right. But before we do that,